problem in their relationship, and they came to us to be the judges. So we welcome this morning to Couples Court, David and Sophia.
Good morning.
Hey, guys. So, all right, David, you sent the email. Normally it's ladies before gentlemen, but, Eric, don't you suggest that we normally go with the person that sent the email?
I think that's only right.
Mm-hmm. All right.
David, go ahead.
Plead your case.
I've been married to my wife, Sophia, for 15 years now. And 9 years ago, I was drunk, and I got caught drunk sexting another woman. And it wasn't even really sexting. It was just like flirty drunk text.
So not pictures?
No pictures were sent.
Obviously, you must have been starting something with a woman if you could just go right to sexting. I mean, nobody just meets somebody and starts sexting.
You don't?
Well, I mean, you had to have known somebody. He would have had to have known her, is what I'm saying.
It was an ex-girlfriend, and like I said, no pictures were exchanged. It was just flirty text. I was drunk off my
ass. It was
ass.
Inappropriate for a married man to be sending his ex 1 million%.
Who started it? I'm just curious. Did she
reach out to you first?
You, or did you just text her?
She'd been reaching out, and I reciprocated. But I made a mistake. I got sober. I stopped drinking. I apologized.
So you sent this text 9 years ago. Obviously, you're still together. You made it work. What happened?
I got sober about 8 years ago, and I apologized. I've been a model husband ever since. I just recommitted to my family. I love my kids. And every time I make a small mistake, every time there's an argument, she brings up this thing I did 9 years ago, which I've atoned for and I've apologized. And, even if there's something she did that is clearly she's in the wrong. For example, she broke this old football trophy, meant a lot to me. Was sitting on a shelf. She broke it. And I confront her about it. She says, this is coming from the guy who gets drunk and texts other women.
Oh, man.
She's hanging on to this 9 years later?
Talking about a poker chip.
Yeah.
And you didn't even have...
Coming from the guy who drunk texts exes.
At this point, you're like, man, I at least should have slept with my ex. At least got in trouble
So
for
does
that.
this happen in every single argument? Does she bring it up all the time?
Especially when she's losing or in the wrong.
That is a poker chip, Eric. It's like, oh, yeah? Well, you sexted another woman.
Wait, before we get to Sophia's side, let me ask this question about the time that you made good on your mistake. Did you guys go to counseling?
We went to counseling. We did the work.
And doesn't the counselor say, we've heard this a lot. The counselor will say, if you're going to choose to move forward in the relationship, you have to choose to not keep harping on this.
Come on, everybody. Let's
time.
sing that Disney chorus right now. Let it go. Let it go.
She can't let it go, man.
That's a hard thing to let go. I understand, but if you agree to move forward in the marriage,
that's a long time.
There is a level of letting it go she has to have done. Okay, so should we get to Sophia now? Because
Sophia's being nice and quiet here.
Totally, Sophia, you there? Or did you hang up?
Yeah, well, I like him. No, I want him to be able to say his piece, even though I don't agree with everything he's saying. But
So what do you have to say about what he says? Every time he makes the smallest mistake, you throw the whole inappropriate behavior in his face.
He's being dramatic. I don't do it all the time, but there was a really big trust violation, and I don't think that it's completely abnormal for me to have to take time to get over it and readjust.
But do you take cheap shots at him? Like, say you're having an argument and it has nothing to do with that. We're arguing about the kid's bedtime. I really want to change the kid's bedtime. Oh yeah, well, I don't trust your judgment because you cheated 9 years ago. I mean, are you doing that?
No, I don't take cheap shots, but anytime he starts to show any lack of judgment, it just brings it all back like a flood. Like, remember that time that you had bad judgment, so why would this be another time?
It sounds like the drinking was the problem, though. It sounds like all that, if he stopped drinking.
In the 9 years since that happened, 8 years since he got sober, how many times has he given you a real reason to question where he's been or who he's talking to or who he's texting? Has he or has he not?
It's getting better and better. But I can't help it. If he goes out of town for a business trip, it just pops in my head. It's not that he's displaying something that really puts off a siren necessarily, but it's like anytime there's any kind of question or lack of judgment, I revert to that traumatic feeling rather than,
So even if this is an argument about something that doesn't deal with infidelity, you will still bring this up.
If it's something about him and making a judgment call on something, I know he didn't cheat on me specifically in this situation, but it was like a bad judgment.
But it was bad judgment 9 years ago, and it seems like he's turned his life around.
So why does his girlfriend still even had his phone number 6 years into our marriage?
Yeah, but does she have it now? It's been 9 years since then.
No, he erased it off his phone.
Do you check his phone? Are you one of those that Let me see. Whenever I want to see your phone, you have to show it to me.
No, I refuse to do that. I don't want to be that person. But then again, when he's on his phone by himself, texting somebody.
But then you're
maybe-
kind of contradicting yourself if you trust him enough to where you don't want to check his phone, but yet you don't trust him when you're losing an argument that you'll bring
from
it
what
up.
I'm hearing, guys, it sounds like Sophia's just having a struggle of not ever thinking about it, which it sounds like a lot of women in your position might feel that from you. Like, be like, hey, we totally relate to that. We get to that. I think when you've been betrayed like that, you have to draw lines in the sand of when you're going to, if you're letting it go or not, but you can't
Could
make
this
a
push
human
him
just
to-
turn off her memory.
If this keeps happening to him, do you think this could push him to want to either A, start drinking again, or B, if she's going to keep throwing this in my face to have an affair, I'm going to go call up my ex and sleep with her?
That would be a big no to both of those. I love my wife, and I'm done drinking, and would never do that to her again.
Well, that's good, but then you're probably going to just have to live with what you did then. You did it.
Yeah, but 9 years later, I don't think you should be harping on things and bringing them up. I mean, how can you have forward
Well, he shouldn't
momentum?
have been doing
I
the
understand
texting
he
then.
made a mistake. They went to counseling. Roula brought up the fact that in counseling, they're going to tell you if you take somebody back, then you got to
Hang over
get
their head
past
every
that.
day.
You can't hang that over their head for the rest
Well,
of their
can we
life.
say we agree that it's not healthy for you to constantly go to that place on anything David's doing?
I really want to say I love you so much, David. I really do. And every
love you
day
too.
I feel like I get a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more secure and trusting again. But, we went to counseling for about 1.5 years, and then we just think, it's going to solve everything. But stuff doesn't get solved like that. Like,
Maybe you go back.
maybe we have to go back. And then each year, I'm committed to you. I'm not going anywhere. I do trust you.
But it doesn't feel like trust if you're thrown in his face.
Yeah, I think you just brought up the best point here. You need to do maintenance because, you can even be in a good situation and still seek a therapist. It's just maintenance. You do maintenance on your car, do maintenance on your relationship.
Well, if he's working every day on sobriety, I mean, this is something you can work on too. You can both work on.
And a check-in doesn't hurt.
See the therapist again.
Yeah, a counselor check-in doesn't hurt.
I'm willing to do it. I love you, babe. I do.
Well, this is an easy ruling then for us, okay? I think we can all agree they should just go back to counseling, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Talk about it with your therapist, because the judge and jury therapist over here are already spoken.
Yep.
Case closed.
We appreciate you guys listening to our show and wanting to bring this to the table. You never know how many people you may have helped. The maintenance point Ryan made is good. You don't have to go to therapy just because it's bad. You go to therapy, just maintain it.
Yep. I'm sure if you've had drinking problems, I'm sure you go to AA.
Yeah.
Best of luck to you guys.
On the Roula and Ryan Show.
8333. Oh, sorry.
KRBE.
I jumped on top of you. Sorry, little guy talking.
Oh, now he's a
833.
little guy.
I think there's a woman too at the end.
I think
Yeah.
it's both of them. I thought that was going to end How'd You Catch a Cheater. 833-390. KRBE is our phone number. You tell us how you did not need Roula and Ryan's roses because your mate that was stepping out on you revealed themselves. Hi, Lisa. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show and 104.1 KRBE for How'd You Catch Your Cheater. Tell us your story. Good morning.
Good morning.
Wow.
Morning.
So I found out that my mate was cheating through Amazon Alexa.
Whoa, how?
Oh.
Tell us how.
So Amazon Alexa has an activity log. So everything that you ask it to do, it records. Like, Alexa, turn the TV on. Alexa, this, that, and the other. Or in this case, Alexa, play sexy songs while I was out of town.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
that's not good.
Okay, so how'd you put that together? Didn't you have to go back into something made you suspicious and then you went back to the Alexa? Or how did you know the Alexa
So
was
I
asked for
was-
sexy songs?
So I was actually just trying to turn off the notifications about my Amazon packages being delivered at the location that I was at out of town.
Yeah.
And so I was playing around in the app trying to figure that out. And I was like, wait a minute, what's this activity log?
Oh, my God.
And not only does it text record what you say and all of the requests you ask to do, but it also voice records. So I had actual voice recordings of him and the other woman.
You can hear the woman.
Oh, no.
And what was the other woman asking Alexa to do?
No, Alexa, take that off. Stop.
What did the other lady?
No,
What was the other lady?
no.
Sade.
It was Alexa, Play Up by Cardi B.
Oh my God. Okay,
Wow.
wait, tell us more. How
Did
did
you
you reveal
recognize-
this to the mate? How did you
Yeah.
reveal this to the mate?
Because he's going to deny it.
So I called him up and I asked him if he wanted to tell me about the woman that he had in our bedroom on this day and then on this day and then on this day. And he goes, I'm just going to have to call you back. And he hung up the phone.
Uh-oh.
I never
And
called.
then that's it? It's over? You never heard from him again?
So no. So he's my now ex-husband.
Oh, okay.
But
wow.
so we later had to talk, and we both just at that point amicably decided that we were done.
Did he fess
and
up?
it's been he did. I mean, it was kind of hard to like
Get out of that.
Yeah, you had the proof.
the
Like,
proof.
yeah.
Did you recognize the woman's voice? Did you know who the other woman was?
No, I don't, and I have no idea to this day who it is.
Do you hate Cardi B now? Screw Cardi B.
Yeah, listen, there's 2 songs, Up by Cardi B and Pony.
Oh,
Genuine.
Yes.
So now you can't listen to them ever again.
Oh,
Wow,
Those,
Lisa.
I can't hear them anymore without thinking of that. And it's been a couple years, so now I laugh about it, and I like to share the story because it is kind of comical.
Yeah.
That was maybe it'll help somebody else.
Yeah,
like
hopefully
no
it
ill will
does.
against my ex-husband now, but like, yeah. I always like to share when I get the chance.
And for those just tuning in, Lisa, because some people just tuned in and we were going, whoa, what? They're like, what happened? Lisa was in the app for Alexa commands and didn't realize there was even a log of your commands with your voice. And when she was out of town, the Alexa at home was asked to find sexy songs, specifically a Cardi B song and Genuine. So now that's how she confronted her husband.
In our little prep packet I sent out to you guys today, it was the worst song to play during sexy time. It was this song.
My Pony?
Jeremiah's birthday sex. That is the worst
You
offender.
can only play that if it's your birthday.
They're going more, I think, by the RPMs or something.
What song?
That RPM, it's BPM.
60 BPM. RPM is for cars, BPM is for music. Registers at
I just go
60
fast. Yeah, that's
BPM.
what I
It
do.
was
Slow.
ranked
Oh
the
my
worst
gosh,
song to
stop
play
it.
while trying to get it on, despite it appears in approximately 121 Get It On playlists.
I'm sure it does.
Let's go to Matt on the line for How'd You Catch Your Cheater? Hello, Matt. Good morning. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, so we got a guy. I'm
got a
sorry
man.
you were cheated on, but we'd like to hear the male perspective.
Yes, Eric is happy at least one man that has been cheated on is calling to tell us how
Remember,
he found out.
statistically, women cheat just as much as men.
Oh, yes. Well, apparently this one cheats a lot. So,
What happened, Matt? Was it a wife or a girlfriend?
so I just got out of a 15-year relationship because she cheated, and then I got into this relationship, and her 10-year-old son actually says, "Hey, Matt, I really like you. This is what's going on."
What?
And
Her
this-
10-year-old?
Oh, yeah. Her
texting you?
10-year-old son.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, how long have you been dating his mom before this 10-year-old sent you
4
this
months.
text?
4 months.
And how do you say it? He's like, hey, pull a chair.
That's a
up. I
mature
got-
Hey, buddy.
10-year-old.
Pour a whiskey.
I got some new.
It's going to hurt.
We were actually fishing because I like to go fishing. I took him out on the boat. Like, that was our thing we used to do.
Oh.
Okay.
And so he goes, "I really want to show you this stuff," but he goes, "I don't want you to get mad at me." I said, "Buddy, I'll never get mad at you for, for that." He went on to show me. He goes, "It's not right what my mom's doing to you. I really like you and stuff." And so he showed me those.
Oh.
Well,
What did
I
he show you?
confronted her.
Photo
Wait,
or
what did
text?
he show
It's
you?
all pictures that his mom sent to this guy and text messages of when they met up. We got together on June 3rd. She stayed the night with this guy on June 8th. And then ended up, I went out of town. She stayed with him again. And then there's a guy that messaged me on TikTok and told me, says, "Hey, I really need to talk to you. Me and this girl," because I posted a video of her trying to be, sweet and nice, and posted a video up of her. And he messaged me. He goes, "I think I'm dating that girl."
Oh.
No.
Oh, wow.
When you posted something lovey of your
What in
girlfriend,
the world?
somebody said, "I think I'm dating that girl." Did you then reach out to that person who commented?
He gave me his number. He goes, "Matt," he goes, "I have no reason to lie to you here. Here's my personal cell number. Call me. We can discuss this."
Mm-hmm.
So we discussed it, and we both confronted her, and she tried to lie, say that he was lying because he didn't know this and that, and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no.
She has tattoos in certain areas, and he's like, "I can describe her tattoos, tell you what it looks, this and that," and he did.
Oh. 104.1 KRBE. It's the Roula and Ryan Show. New feature, In-Laws or Outlaws.
Why is there a whip?
I don't know. It just sounded cool.
What about laser? I think that might sound better.
It's like the good, bad, and the
Try it
ugly.
again. Try
Let
it
me
again.
do it again and see if it has the same punch. In-Laws or Outlaws.
In space.
I almost want the good, bad, and ugly theme song. Like,
In-laws.
I know. All right, the phones are full. So we're going to guess if your relationship continued on after a bad first meeting with the family.
I would depict that they're still together right now.
Right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Or there's no way. It was so much damage. There's no way they're together.
Yeah.
Let's go, Heather.
Pick a line 4. You're a gutsy person.
Heather,
Hey, it worked.
hi. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. Good morning.
Hey, thank you. How are you guys?
Hey,
We're
fantastic.
good. Now, you're going to tell us a little story about the first time you met your mate's family. We're going to guess, did that keep you together or break you up?
Are you still with that family?
Tell us what happened, Heather.
So I was going to meet hopefully his parents that night. We were having dinner. I had a headache, and I asked a friend who was in hair school with me if she had any Tylenol because I didn't want to have a headache while we had dinner. So I took 2, headed out the door, and when I got to his parents' house, unbeknownst to me, I took 2 Xanax instead of 2 Tylenol. It was inside the bottle, and she didn't tell me. I fell out of the car, and he drugged me into his parents' house where I promptly sat with my legs spread wide open in a beautiful dress on his dad's favorite chair, and then passed out on their living room floor and slept there for 12 hours.
You had 2 Xanax in you.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Whoa.
Upon seeing that you're passed out in the car, why did the man not just say to his parents, it's not going to work tonight, Mom and Dad? I don't know what happened. She's really tired. I don't want you to
He probably freaked out. He probably by the time you break
realize.
She knows she
Fell
took
out
2
of the
Xanax.
car.
But how do you do? You don't know. She didn't know.
Yeah.
Right.
You
she
got to
didn't
go there and
know.
you got to figure it out. You can't just go stay in the car. That's worse.
Or to
Holy
drop
shit,
her off
was
at home by
Tylenol.
yourself. That'd be scary.
And your parents
12
already saw you pull up
hours.
to the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12
I think they're
hours.
together. They must have had a big laugh about it later. That
Well, we don't know what kind of parents he has. If
That's
it's a mama's
wild.
boy situation like yesterday, that mama was like, we don't need
I mean,
her
this is a
in your
50-50,
family.
guys. This
yeah,
could
it
be-
is.
I'm saying
It
they're
is.
together.
I'm going to say in-law.
In-law.
I'll go in-law. It could really, I'm on the fence, but I'll go in-law.
Really? I don't feel like
Yeah.
I feel like they're in love, but I'm thinking out. I'm going to go with Outlaw. They're not
Okay.
together.
They're not together?
It's an innocent story and
Yeah,
mistake, and
it's
it's kind
cute.
of funny. So
Well-
I say in-law.
It's nice that she didn't die.
I want Outlaw with the whip.
Outlaw. Okay.
Outlaw.
Go with a
There we go.
horse, with a horse noise.
How many milligrams of that did she take? Because the bars, I mean, I feel like 2 of those
bar
could
is
kill
gonna
you.
knock you out
What's a
like-
bar?
Okay,
They
so
come like
Roula,
tablet
Let's find out. Let's find out the answer.
Yeah.
Let's take
Yeah.
a drunk
Yeah.
talk.
Sorry.
Heather, in-law or outlaw, what happened?
So we stayed together, got married, had a baby, but we are outlaws now.
Oh, they're not together
We
now.
all win.
Nope, that's supposed to be right now. You're not together.
His parents were super straight-laced. Like, they're very straight-laced. So that was a little awkward, but we figured out what happened. The girl actually called me like 13 times because she realized I had taken it. And the next day I called her. I was furious. But we were able to laugh about it and explain the situation.
Were they like were they the bar shaped?
Yeah, they looked just like a Tylenol. Like I just took 2, popped them, and walked out the door. Never thought twice
Now
about
that's
it.
okay, but you bring up something very interesting because a lot of people, like I know I buy those little travel size purse Tylenols or Advil containers.
Yeah, you gotta be
You know what I mean?
careful.
There's like, I don't know, 10 of them in there or something.
Yeah.
If I assume that's maybe something like what she had and she popped the Xanax in there with them. So she would know to look for it.
Yeah.
But to have somebody pour it in their
She
hand and
had
take it, that is how this happens. So you have to really be careful what you're getting from your friend when you're asking for innocent headache
So
medication.
that was an outlaw because
Heather.
they're not together. It's whatever we taught to
You
them
got
right
that
now.
point.
Are they
How many
together
years were y'all
now?
married, by the way? I'm just curious. How long did it last?
We were married for 6 years.
6
Okay.
years.
So I didn't know the rules of the game.
Yeah,
Well, he said
remember-
right before, right now, today, and I said, yeah, but
Okay.
Yeah, in-laws or outlaws as of today.
All right.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
technically,
like-
we were all right that it was not enough to break them up.
Well, it did.
should we
They got
hold on?
divorced.
Should we change that though? I'm not. You can keep your point, but I'm just saying, should we change that because we're trying to figure out if that instance made them bail versus 15 years
It's a
later we
fine line
bailed.
because
We're talking about
their
the
story-
actual
the story
incident.
could
Did
be-
it keep them from moving forward with the
But
relationship?
then you'd be saying, okay, we need people to call in that aren't together.
Just
It'd be
take the
too
next
confusing.
call.
Yeah.
Let's just see what happens.
Yeah, and see how we feel about
Okay.
that.
Okay. Let's see.
We don't win anything.
Oh, let's
Right.
go, Mandy.
So-
Bragging rights.
No. Mandy's up next. Hi, Mandy. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
So tell us something that happened the first time you met your mate's family, and we're going to guess if that broke y'all up or y'all are together.
I was pregnant with someone else's child when I met my boyfriend's parents.
Wow. Wow.
We'll just leave that right there.
That's all we need to know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we need to know anything else?
Oh, wait, one more question. Were you visibly showing pregnant, or you just knew you were pregnant but not showing when you met them?
They knew.
Okay.
All right.
But they had a lot of
How y'all
questions.
gonna handle that, moms and
I
dads?
have a lot of
Well, the
questions.
question is, did
Here's my
the
girlfriend,
boyfriend
but
know?
she's having a baby that's not mine.
But he had to have known.
Yeah, the boyfriend.
Well,
knew.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
parents
yeah,
knew.
yeah,
The
yeah.
boyfriend knew.
He met her
So-
while she was pregnant and took her to the parents.
I just don't think it would last. I think deep down the in-laws are
Like, wow.
if they were.
Son, you're
Oh man,
dating a
you know
pregnant
that.
woman.
You know, after she left, the parents were like, "Come on over here, Brian.
Yeah.
Let's
we
have
know
a
how
talk,
this
son.
is gonna work.
Are you
Son,
ready to be
We're gonna
a
have a
parent?
talk. You don't want this in your life.
But I love her.
That's another man's
I'm going to say
baby.
in-law.
You're gonna have to do
Yeah.
all that child supporting.
Me too.
Yeah, they're probably good parents.
Yeah, they're together.
They're probably like, you
I
know
want to
what?
go outlaw just to be opposite.
I'm going
Hey.
in-law.
Y'all say in-laws, I'll say outlaw.
In-laws.
In-law.
4 in-laws, 1 outlaw. Mandy, what is the answer?
They are my in-laws.
How'd they
So-
overlook that one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's
can
the
you please
circumstance?
explain?
Explain.
Well, I mean, the circumstance was different. I was actually sexually assaulted when I was a teenager.
Oh,
Dear God, I'm
well,
sorry.
obviously, if they
and
knew
I
that, they were
and I
holding
ended
against
up
you.
pregnant as a result.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So my now husband started dating me while I was pregnant. So if that gives you any indication of what an amazing man he is and an amazing family he comes from.
That
Oh,
is an
yeah.
amazing man.
Wow.
So, how long have y'all been together now, Mandy?
We have been together 18 years,
Wow.
but we've been married for 17.
Damn.
Nice.
Wow,
That's
amazing.
awesome.
And how many children total?
We have 3.
Well,
3.
look at you guys.
Okay.
Awesome.
That's fantastic. That family, I bet they're great in-laws. Sounds like they're very supportive, and you have a good relationship with them.
They have accepted me and my son since day one, obviously. And have looked at him as their first grandchild and have not treated him any differently than any biological grandchildren. And it's been incredible.
I'm happy
Love
to
that.
hear that.
That's awesome.
Bravo. Way to turn us upside down.
Yeah.
Well, my in-laws knew I was pregnant.
She's sneaky on that.
Yeah, you
Tragic
were
situation
sneaky on that
Yeah.
one.